Hello, Miss Edwards here, and we are going to be doing a science lesson together today. We're going to be doing a science experiment, and our learning intention for today will be I can explore the concept of heat transference. So what we will need to understand is that heat can be produced in many ways and can move from one object to another. Now the way we're going to explore this is by doing an experiment together and working through a few guided questions. But before we get into our experiment, I wanted to share with all of you Arlec's most recent text message. I'll read it out to you. It says, "It's Arlec here. I went camping again last night and I was so thankful for your campfire suggestions. However, when I went to eat my yummy ice cream, it had turned into a runny, wet mess and I couldn't bite it anymore. Why did this happen? And what can I do to keep hard and cold items cold so I can eat and enjoy them? Also, I found a blanket last night like you suggested. My friend said it was plastic material. Is there a better material that can keep me warm?" So this is actually the blanket that Arlec used. Not very warm. So I think after we go through this lesson and this experiment together and refresh our memories on our other science lessons, we will be able to answer those questions for our friend Arlec. Okay, so just to refresh our memories, even cold things like snow or ice cream have heat energy. It is just the warmer things like our bodies or a bonfire have more. This means that heat always moves from hotter substances to colder substances. For example, on a hot day, the heat from the sun can make our icy cold drinks turn warm. Now we need to remember that heat is a form of energy. It can move from one place to another or from one object to another. Heat moves toward places and objects that have less heat. So now I'm going to conduct a demonstration of heat energy moving from one place to another. But we need to take care when feeling the air above a hot cup of tea or a hot cup of water, steam can burn our hands. So we need to be safe whether or not you're doing this at home or just watching as I do the experiment. Make sure you have an adult with you if you are doing this at home. Otherwise, watch along with me. You will have your worksheets with you so you can take some notes as you go. Okay, now I have poured really safely and carefully my boiling water into the cup. I put my thermometer in there and I will start taking note on the temperature as I go each half an hour or each 10 minutes depending. Now all I'm going to do is really safely, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see a bit of heat energy, some steam coming off the cup here. Going to place my hand over the top and instantly I can feel very, very warm steam coming off the top of the cup compared to the air around me, which is nowhere near as warm. Now every 10 minutes I'm going to come back to this little video and I'm going to record on the whiteboard the temperature that I can read. At the moment it's about 73 degrees Celsius, so I'll write that one up there and then you can add this to your observation in the chart in your worksheet as I go along. Unless you're doing this with an adult at home safely, you can do your own recordings and we can compare. Okay, I've just jumped back on here because I've looked at my thermometer and I've noticed in about 10 minutes it's dropped from 70 degrees Celsius down to 56 degrees Celsius. So that's quite a big drop in a very little amount of time. Okay, I'm back again and it has dropped even further, 34 degrees Celsius. Okay, and the last data that I collected was 11 degrees Celsius. So if you'd like to fill in your observations into your worksheets there where the table is, you can go ahead and do that now. Okay, so after this little experiment, you can now go to the box below and you can draw a diagram with labels to illustrate the movement of heat during the activity. And then I'll just get you all to explain in your own words what you now understand about how heat moves after completing this activity. And it might give you a better reply and explanation for our little friend Alec as to why his ice cream was melted before he could eat it. Thank you for joining the lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to email or contact me. Have a great day.